Wow, you can see almost everything on my dresser. Hey, Cologne, how are you, love? How you doing? Oh, I think this is an age of like 10 years. Let me shut the air out a little bit. There's a lot going on. I am emotionally drained. It's funny, this weather got cold fast. So how you been? This light is serving. This weather got cold real fast. Why is this thing up this time? Oh, let me fall off. I know I was enjoying the warm weather here. It got cold real fast. It was funny because when I got up this morning, I was like, okay, let me go to the store, take care of some business. My clock had stopped. So due to the fact it stopped, I was like, okay, let me just run to the store. So I went to the store and everything and had to get a battery. And we almost at the end of this month already. Like the month is almost at the end. I don't know. I don't know. I've been drinking so much lately. I've been drinking a lot. Where's my lipstick? So it's been very interesting. Sleeping. Not really sleeping, but I clearly not sleeping. It's what, 1:54 in the morning. Hey Davis, how are you? So it's what? It's 1:56 in the morning. So I'm doing my night ritual, Noxzema, so I don't get those pimples. You know, it's funny because when I wear that black wig and I spray it, that spray get in my skin and create bumps. Like it create bumps in your face. And when I went somewhere, I was like, my face is breaking out. But it's funny because it only happens when I when I spray with this that when I spray wigs and stuff, it breaks my skin out. I guess it's the aerosol spray, the alcohol, it creates bumps in your skin. So they're using Noxzema to get rid of it. But I guess if you keep wearing that wig will touch your skin, and everywhere it touches your skin, it breaks out. So I don't know. It's been a very interesting. This 4 month has been very interesting. Very interesting. If I had it my way, trust me, I wouldn't even. My body been killing me, carrying stuff, moving stuff. It's been like, it's been really, really, really overwhelming. And I don't know. So what everybody been up to? What you do for your birthday, Davis? You go anywhere for your birthday? I know one thing. I'll be glad when my brain come back because my brain has been gone. It's Tuesday and my brain is missing from the building completely. Not too much. Hey, Miss Chick. Not much working. God bless you for being working. Do you know they still put people on the street? This world is something else. How you have a pandemic and then tell people to wear masks and throw them on the street? Like you can't dog nobody like this. I would, if I was ever put on, well, I've been put on the street before, but in a pandemic, I would never respect this world again. Never. How do you throw people on the street? I'm watching mothers with their children sitting outside on the streets with nowhere to go. Compliments of the government. So this is the thing. If you didn't ever have a job and you never worked, you don't get a stimulus check. So that makes you not valid for a check, but you're valid for death. That is just so wrong on so many levels. On so many levels. That's why I said it's going to be targets and people are going to be getting murdered left and right because you basically saying we don't care nothing about you. So when they got to feed their children, that's how they're going to feel about everybody else. It's horrible. You know, stores are closing still. I went looking around and stuff, and the world is in a lot of trouble. And I don't know, everybody's just on edge. I stay to myself, but it's bad. Where I'm at is bad. It's really bad. I'm watching them throw people on the streets. I'm like, yo, how do you sleep at night knowing you throw somebody on the street? The government was not prepared for this, but due to the fact that stuff happens, you make it work, you know, but they don't seem to care whether they make it work or not. They don't care. I'm watching people drive with those trucks Now suppose you can't drive a truck well. They were saying they got jobs that's heavy lifting. That kind of remind, hey Deshaun, that kind of remind me of slavery. Like if you don't want to do one thing, you do another. Excuse me. Hey, A1, how are you? When when I went down to the funeral parlor, y'all, I'm gonna tell you, it was horrible. When I tell you, the funeral lines was lined up. It's almost as if you ever been to the welfare office, they were up, lined up. Like, get the body out, shoot out. Everybody shoot it this way. Everybody come in. They had to literally stand at the funeral home and lock the door, and the lines are waiting for the funeral. When the funeral's over, everybody get your things, get out. We got another body come in. When I tell you, it is crazy. Y'all may not see it on the news, but baby, at the funeral home, it's so busy that they have to take the bodies in on the weekends and everything. And I think the maximum is 2 hours because they give you 2 hours, like an hour for everybody to get in look. And when I tell you, when your hour is up, before your 2 hours is up, they throwing you out. When you walk out the door, there's tons of people. It is a nightmare. So I'm looking at this stuff, and I don't know. I don't know. When I tell you this COVID-19, this is the thing about COVID-19, y'all, which I don't know if y'all know. I'm gonna share with you. When you get, how you get sick, and you lay down on the bed, sit on the bed, and you pass out because you tired. That's how it hits you. Except the only thing is, you don't wake up. You don't wake up, and then your body just starts going through it and stuff. And I think a lot of times we kind of treat it like a cold. So if I got a cold, let me lay down and go to sleep. You ain't waking up. Excuse me. You just, and they have to try to get you back, and they have to ventilate you and all this other extra stuff. And when I tell you the way they butchered up my mother, it is unbelievable. She was on 100 oxygen. Her kidneys, her liver, everything was failing. The machine was working on her, and it was flushing her into. When I tell you, I got her dead pictures in my phone. When I tell you, she is the same color of this. This is her skin complexion. Her skin was the same as mine. We the same complexion, which you can see right here. That's her skin complexion. This is her skin complexion now. She is this color. She's this color. Her body is this big. This big. And she's small like this, but her body is this big and this color. So her lips and everything is ripped all up. So with the tubes and stuff, face ripped all up. And I'm looking at her. She looked like she was decomposing. Her skin had fell back. If they didn't tell me it was her, I would walk right past her. That's how bad it do you. I'm giving y'all the insight of what y'all may not see. When I tell you, it is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And to go out like that is bad. It's bad. And then you sitting there, you looking at it and stuff, and it's like, it's horrible. And it's like watching a movie. Thank you. It's like watching a movie, though. I'm sorry, that be A1. But it's like watching how she get the color, how you get. The thing about it is, it's the medicine. It's the medicine. It's the ventilator. They were trying to keep her alive. Excuse me. And all these things while trying to keep her alive. The COVID is still moving because the disease is still moving. It doesn't matter whether you are or can hear it or not. It's still spreading. So even though you may be still, it's still going. You know what I'm saying? So the machine is making you breathe, breathe. So it's coming with you. It's not like it's leaving out your system. In her case, it was going with her. So even though I told them, I said, well, this is what you do. Why don't you just take her off the ventilator? And they said she'll just collapse. It's like letting her fall off a bridge. But I knew she was gone. I knew she was gone before I knew she was gone. Because she already came to visit me. So I already knew she was already transitioned. But it's just that, you know, and she was unrecognizable. So what they did was I had to give a picture of her because, they could put her back together. And also, they have to put makeup over her skin to make her skin look lighter because she is black. She is pitch black. So that's going to be interesting. And I was like, make sure y'all use some MAC makeup, whatever you got to do, because anybody going to think that's her. Oh, my dad was in dementia. Oh, I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry, Mac. But one thing I realized, no matter what you do in this world, you can't take none of this stuff with you. None of it. None of it. So while we trying so hard to get so many different things, you better work on being happy, baby. Because at the end of the day, none of this stuff is coming with us. None of it. And when you are incoherent, you need people to speak for you, to help you. You have to have the proper people around you. I mean, in the end, I came in like a bull, straightforward. I went and got paperwork and everything taken care of, but everything is still not, 100%. Excuse me. So I'm still up in the air with everything. So, but when I tell you, it is crazy. It is. You understand what I'm saying, chick? It is the way they butcher your body up. The way, baby. It was like watching a movie. You know how you watch movies and you see dead bodies in the streets that's dead? That's what she looked like. So you don't want to be so negative about life, but I don't know. It's just bad. It's just bad all the way around. But I tell you one thing. If anybody make y'all unhappy, get rid of them. If anybody hurts you, get rid of them. Cause baby, death is final, and you don't need nobody to What is it? A what? She you told he about her. She told he about her. I don't know what you mean, Deshaun. It's bizarre things. Yeah, I'm gonna, I'm gonna tell y'all because it's not worth it. Oh God, help me. Oh, you told me about her. I'm sorry. You told about the. Yeah, the thing is like, I never got a chance to talk to her. I never got a chance of nothing. But it's weird because everybody felt like they had to touch. That all they had to do was talk to her, and they could pull her through it. And I get it. Everybody want to be that angel that could just say something to somebody and just come out of it because they feel like they're that close. But she wasn't. She wasn't in that body. The thing about it was with me was she came to visit me way before I found out. I told y'all that before, way before I found out. I told y'all that she came to see me, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" Because only dead people come to see me. So why are you here? So when she popped up, then all of a sudden, this other guy popped up with a mask on his face. He was running towards my bed, but he was covered up. I was like, now this is the first time somebody ever came to see me that was covered up that could just see the eyes like a robber. But I knew he had to eat. Whoever he was there too. So he seemed like a robber and stuff. And then he had came to see me and I couldn't see his face. Then I saw this other guy. He was really tall. He wore a hat and he faced it this way. Now I never saw somebody face the other way. So I don't know whether that means he's in transition or is he about to expire. But if he popped up here, he's expiring. He just haven't gotten to face me. But the weird part is that I don't like is that they're running into my room. I don't like that part. Y'all coming in my room now. Before, now they're coming in the room. And when I wake up, I catch them right above, like standing right above me. And the weird thing is I'm not scared, but it shocks me. Because I can feel them running on me. So it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And it's a lot. What is it about the room that be having them? It's not just that they shine. I've been doing this been my whole life. But what I used to do was I used to use things to keep them out my room. I used to use things to keep them out my whole apartment. But the world has really changed and things that used to work before don't work. That's why I tell people all the time with sage. I'm like, y'all know that stuff don't work, right? They're like, go get some sage. I'm like, yo, that don't work. It works for the movies because it makes that stuff don't work. Talk to people who's really going through it and watch what happens. It don't work. But people be believing it, so what's gonna happen is gonna happen. I don't care whether you want it to happen or not. It's not about what you want. It's gonna happen. You have to be the man above to change things, and you're not. But people are like, oh well, in the movies, I use some sage, and if people not for me, the sage messes with their spirit. Now, some of that may be a little bit true as far as humans, but not dead people. Humans, yes, humans definitely could feed. You could feel the energy from them, but dead people, absolutely not. It works good on humans, but not dead people. Uh, but people don't understand that. That's why a lot of times people, what they'll do is they'll pack their bags and they will leave the whole location. Everybody's leaving out the room. They're scared. You know, when I start talking about stuff like this, people get scared, which is so funny to me. But it's real. It's so real. So, excuse me. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And I don't know. It's so weird to me. When I went to the funeral home, it's weird because when I went to the funeral home and I'm still trying to figure this whole thing out with me in this world. And when I went to the funeral home, those the people ain't nobody in them bodies. Them just empty shell. The people ain't in the bodies. That's for you. That's for us. That's not for them. They already got the bodies, honey. They gone. They gone. I was talking to somebody. She said they walked the earth for 40 days. I was like, okay, but that's something to think of. I never knew 40 days. I said, well, that's when Jesus walked the earth 40 days. But I don't know about 40. I know seven. Seven for sure. 7 days, I know for sure. Some do, some don't. But 40 days, I don't know if that's accurate. But I think people look for things for things. I deal with things through the real thing. People deal with things through the Bible. I deal with things through them teaching me. So it's kind of like what they're saying from a Bible and you live in it. It's kind of like the whole conversation of being a black person telling a white person's story. Well, understand what it's like to be you white, or understand a white person understand how it's like to be black. You really don't understand it until you actually happen to you. But you write a whole book on it, how to be a black person. It's written by a white person. You will never know until you're in the shoe. And with me, when it comes to the Bible and stuff, it's a lot of stuff in there which is not accurate. And people just believe it that is Bible, which is not true. And when I get taught things, I get taught by dead people. Everything I've ever told y'all, I never got it from the Bible. I got it from the people themselves. And I share this with them. But a lot of times people want to be right. And I don't argue with people that want to be right. I'll tell you in a minute. If you want to be right, you're right. Because it doesn't matter what I think. It has to work. It has to work your way. But it's just it's just difficult. Real difficult. Difficult. But I don't know. So I had to get her car, not to try to get it fixed and stuff. And Raven ain't got no money for no bill, honey. I need y'all to I need y'all to give me some money together because I gotta pay bills. I'm like, I have no money to take care or fix nobody's car. I don't have money like that. I'm just barely surviving. The last thing I need is another bill. I'm like just barely. I recycle here, recycle this, recycle that, and recycle so much. Child, I don't even know what it's like to get something new. I recycle, but I don't want nothing new anyway. But I recycle everything. I recycle here. I be getting the same hair, pulling out the bag, putting it back in my head again. Recycle weave. I can't afford a bill. And you begging for somebody to help you pay these bills. You have no money in the bank. Exactly. Stimulus check never came, and COVID is out here and it's I don't know. If you ever notice, nobody bees outside at nighttime. Because you know why? Because this is time to get robbed. People are on the streets. People outside is now their home. So anybody who's walking on the streets is gonna be a hit. That's why the robbery and the killing and everything gonna line up. Because people need money for baby formulas and stuff like that. And it's bad. Child, it's bad out here. And it's sad though. It's real sad. And I don't know. But the grace of God, I talked to this guy. I think I told you about him around the corner. I talked to him again. He was like, the shade starts early. So it's like he was like, he's like, you want that car fixed? They killed me. It's like, everybody's like, why don't you just junk it? People don't understand the sentimental value of things. Like it's not mine. It was hers or it is hers. But people don't understand the sentimental value of it. It's just an outfit. It's just this. It doesn't matter. But this was hers. You know what I'm saying? But people don't matter to them. And I think it's because it's not their family members. And I think things change differently when it's their family versus yours. You know what I mean? So if it's their family member, it's a big deal. But since you're, oh, chuck it off. Who cares? Excuse me. So you kind of just like, oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. You got people standing outside the stores. Everybody wants to talk to you. I'm like, I don't got no money. Child, these clothes I got is old. You know, just because they look new don't make them they young. Besides, my clothes is cheap. People be buying clothes with name, designers, all that stuff on it. Child, my whole outfit be like $1 pants, $1 shirt. I got on a whole. The only thing expensive, I got a $5 sneakers, $1 pants, $1 shirt, 5, 6, that's $7. I got on a $7 outfit, and you think I got money because I buy stuff that's cheap. I don't buy nobody's name. I buy stuff that's cheap. I'm not purchasing these items, and if I had the money to do it, I still wouldn't buy it. But I understand people live on labels, and people want to represent a company that won't even hire them for a job. But I guess everybody is suffering like me. So if you got it, you got it. But I know one thing: COVID-19 is going to make a lot of people start their own business. That's for sure, or try to start a little side business or something. You know, it's different. when I went down to the funeral parlor and stuff, and I had to sit in the office. It's funny. No matter where I go. So me and my ex and her sister, so us three girls was in the office. So all three of us in the office. Two spirit women and two cis women. And guess who they hit on? Guess who the men hit on, which is so hilarious. This always happens, which is hilarious to me. They never go after the cis woman. Never. Well, I'm not gonna say never, but in my case, they don't. This happens to me all. I think it's because I don't want to be bothered. I don't know, but they always hit on me. The guy was like, "I don't want you to leave out yet." Now, mind you, we're at the funeral parlor. He's like, "I don't want you to leave out yet," and he's right here in my face. I don't want you to leave out yet. And everybody's standing him. I mean, he's just people standing outside because the door's locked. The men are looking at me. They all stand around looking at me. They with me, paid them no mind. They stood there waiting. I'm like, oh my God. When I tell you a man penis always works. Do you realize you're working at a funeral home? Do you realize this is not the proper etiquette for this type of behavior? You know, but a man thinks with his penis he could care less about, you know, exactly, Deja. And I'm like, yo, the disrespect is like, I don't care. That ain't my mother. That's your mother. I'm trying to be your daddy. You know, and it's like the violation of it all. When I was in school and I had got out of school and I was with it was me and four other females. And we always walking down the street. And I told you about this before. And all these guys saw us. And I went to the what's that place called Payless? And the guy saw me. And he was like, "Hello, beautiful." He takes my hand and kisses me. I'm like, oh my God. So he kisses my hand. So the other women were looking like, now they looking. Now they know what's up. But they like, their first thing is, you know him? No, I don't know him. This is what dudes do to me all the time. They'll just walk up to me, they'll kiss me, they'll grab me, they'll pull me to, they will violate me in a minute, which is, I've always said this before. There is not one person walking in this earth scared of me. The only time people become scared of me is when I act like a fool. But ain't nobody scared of me. And I mean, from this height to this height, ain't nobody scared of me. Not one person scared of me. So I get violated a lot. So what was weird was I went inside the Payless to get the shoes, and him and his boys waited for me outside. So I'm like, oh my God. Remind you, blonde hair, I had it like this. I had it pulled to the back, just like this. Just this is up here, but it was blonde, but just like this. And I'm still trying to get through it. The how I used to. I'm still trying to get through it. Thank you for asking them. You got an aura about you that is right. Yeah, but you know, Deshauna, you know, because you know they're gonna flip it. Oh, you tricked me. How could you do this to me? They'll flip it and make it seem like I was the one came after, but they never asked me to just. They do it just like that. They'll see me. They'll stop the car. Oh my God, Mark, I get a hug. Who are you? And they'll just. I had this other guy grab my hand, try to show me. I was like, that's why I don't speak back because I've seen some very interesting things. I watch men run after me. I watch men chase after me. Yo, and I tell you, I'd be like, oh my God, like it's weird. I guess if I was another type of person, I would be flattered. But due to the fact of who I am, I don't like it. But a lot of girls get flattered. When I tell men about it, they be like, you should like that. I don't like that. I don't like that because next thing you know, oh my God, why would you do this to me? I ain't even bothering you. But he doesn't hear what I'm saying. All he hears is what he's saying. And even though I didn't do anything, it doesn't matter. He feels violated. He feels violated. But I just don't say nothing. I went down the street um, last week, and this guy stopped me to buy paper from the Muslims. He's like, you like to give a donation to the Muslim? I said, you know what? I don't have no money to give a donation, but I'll give you something because I understand what you're trying to do, and I'll try to support. It ain't gonna be much, so don't open your hand. Put it in it. You're like, pennies, pennies. But listen, it's pennies, but he's spending it. He's like, pennies, pennies. But he gave me a paper. He was like, take this thing outside. And the thing is like, you're not supposed to see them going. That's an excuse they use now because they ain't like you to be. That's the excuse they use now because they ain't let you in the funeral. It's cool. No, that's not what happened to me. I was already inside the funeral home. I was leaving out. That's the excuse they use. Cause now they ain't let you in the funeral. No, sweetie, that's not what I was saying. I was already in. I was leaving out. They had to open the door to let me leave. Oh, I just saw the title of it. No, um, this is when I was talking at the funeral when I was about to leave out. They were staring at me because when I came in, I had my little short wig on. They gave me bumps in my face. My little short wig, a black one. You know, y'all see the little black short wig I wear. I call it Lisa, so I put the little Lisa on, put my hoodie on, because I was trying not to get a lot of attention. Because y'all know I'm tall. So even though I don't want to get attention, I'm gonna get attention. So whether I like it or not, it doesn't matter. So I put my little Lisa on, and I put on all black. I put on black tights, black hoodie, black shirt, you know. So I went into the place because I had to get them information in reference to, my mother. So I sat down with him and we were talking, having a conversation, and he didn't know. And I expressed to him a lot of things that was a transition and stuff. But I know at some point he's got to know. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But we're sitting down having a conversation and stuff. So he didn't know. When my ex came in, is when she had to express more information, but I don't think he still didn't catch it. He probably caught on after a while. It hit him, but it didn't hit him at the time. Once I left out, so when I left out, they had a lot of men working there. So when I walked out the office after she came in, her sister came with her. So we was doing the paperwork and stuff because I wanted to get her buried quickly. I don't want her to be, So when we came out the door, hey, Hakim. So we came out the door and stuff, it was packed with men. It was all men standing around. So open the door. I walked out. Everybody's like, they stopped talking. and they looking at me, and I had on tights. So you already know. But they were black. So they were looking. I could care less. I'm not here for that. I'm here to get the situation taken care of and get out of here as soon as possible. Because first of all, I don't know where I'm at. Second of all, I'm lost. And I just want it over with. So I didn't expect that type of reaction, but it is what it is. So I was covered up. Nothing was, well, you can't cover up with so much. But it was kind of in a format like this. But I had on, I had on tights. These are like the tights I had on. So I had on all black though. So I was covered up. I was way covered up than this, of course. So they just was like, so when I got to the door to leave out, the guy didn't wanna, he looked, he's like, it's like open the door. And he was like, oh well, I didn't want you to leave. Never mind you. He's saying he probably got in trouble when I left out. But because it was like, yo, she's trying to leave. So and he came in my face and said, I didn't want you to leave. I'm like, yo, do you know where you at? Like, you at work. You at work. You know, all your counterparts and your, I don't know. But it's a family business, so it is what it is. The size up. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I like the capri pants too. I didn't get to see in live. We did last one. Thank you. Yeah, so I put them on and stuff. And that was it. And I left out the door. And when I walked out, but see, the one thing about when you're tall, you have no say so. Those options are not available to you because you're tall. So you can have a fit, you could throw a tantrum. Who cares? You're still tall. So get over it. So I paid no mind. But I know when you're like me being tall, you have to make sure everything is, covered. Because baby, they're dissecting everything. Oh, they looking at everything, honey. Everything. Oh, they looking your baby. And the thing is, you're not supposed to know what they're doing, but they have to let you see everything. And because Raven don't wear bras, so when he's just sitting up here like this, child. But I was covered up, you know. Thank you, me. But I just wanted, to get it over with. It wasn't even of trying to be beautiful. It wasn't even of trying to mask anything. It's a lot of shock. First of all, you still in shock. I'm still in shock. I'm in shock still. My brain is half here, not really available. I have to double check everything I do because I forget everything. I leave the refrigerator on open. I leave. I don't trust me. My brain is not available. So I have to talk very slowly. You have to move slow because my brain is kaput. So due to the fact that I'm moving around, but I like to wear oversized clothes. And when I wear oversized clothes, people misgender me. Then when I turn around and see my face, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, miss. I like big clothes. But due to the fact I like big clothes and I'm tall, they automatically think it is what it is. But it's not like they be too far off from the truth, but it's funny because when I turn around and see my face, I go, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Because they can't see my body. I like to wear clothes that are really like this shirt. Like this shirt is too big for me. But I like this kind of stuff because it's loose fitting and it's comfortable versus something like this. Squeezing everything. That's uncomfortable. So I like to wear hoodies. And if you're tall and it's big, but once they see your face, which is a compliment for me though, because they could see your face, so yeah. But the weird thing about that is that people think that when you got blonde hair, and I don't really wear no makeup, y'all know I don't put makeup, and I put shades up, people think I got money. Like I don't have money. I'm broke. I'm brokely broke. At least they weren't trying to mispronounce. No, I don't. I really don't have those problems. You mean? I don't have those problems. The only time I've had those problems is when somebody gay will start outing me, or the family, the bloodline. That's the only time I get misgendered and disrespected to the max. I don't really have those problems. I really don't. I really don't. Um, Excuse me. I really don't. And I think a lot of it has to do with excuse me, I think it has a lot to do with online. I think a lot of online abuse can transition over to real life abuse because a lot of stuff you don't go through in real life, you go through it online because they already read the titles, they already know what's up. But in real life, that's not been part of my conversation. But I wouldn't care less either way for me. I always tell them trend lightly. But and even though I may be what's that they call it when you become self-doubt. When I have self-doubt, people always confirm, and God will send people around me even taller than me. God will send females around me taller than me. When I tell you, I've seen some tall females in my time, so I know the man above is definitely watching me, and he's comforting me. And thank you for all your prayers, y'all. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't. I got heels and stuff you mean, but I don't really wear them. I may get there one day, but see, my problem is that men have no problem with me, and I'm always scared of getting raped. I don't know. I have a fear of being raped. I'm always scared of that because I know in shoes, your shoes are not going to get the grip you can get from sneakers. So if a man try to rape you, your shoes gonna slide. But if some sneakers or some Tim's, baby, you can go blow for blow. But shoes, honey, I had to fight this guy in Tim's and never again. My ribs were so messed up I couldn't even walk for 3 days. I fought him back, but he was trying to rape me, and he knew what was up. He didn't care. And but this is way back in my innocent days. But that's the days when I could have jumped in my car and I wanted to run him over, but I couldn't imagine me hurting another person. That's those days. Now, hell, I done ran over 2 minutes. Now, honey, I will run you over just as quick as you could push a fart out your butt. I will take a bat and bust you in your face. I will hit you in the face with a bottle. That person I once was is gone. The new one here, like I tell people, don't get mad because this is what you created. The person that was once there with love in their heart, y'all got rid of that person. Y'all beat that person down so bad. that they wanted death versus life. And once they risen back up again, it's not available to you no more. A tall cisgender female is at work. Yes, exactly, you mean. In most murders, they're always shooting. That's true. That is like me, but I have to be pushed. Yeah, I don't have to be pushed, you mean. I just know I have anger issues because people want to people want to argue, and I don't argue. I'm tick tick boom. But due to the fact that I know that, I'm more aware of my anger issues. No one never told me about it. I had to learn on my own. I've asked people, why you never told me I was, it's like I just thought that's how you was. But that's what I learned about suppressed anger. When you tell people, it's okay, don't worry about it. And then one day you snap on them. And then you go blow for blow. But I'm drinking some water. Mm-mm-mm. I tell you, it is so amazing. But you know what I also noticed? It's not a lot of people on the streets that's it's weird because the street seems different to me. Like once upon a time people going shopping, do what they gotta do. It just don't seem the same. The world seems so upside down to me. It's bad enough we walk around with masks on, like we're horses with the food carriages on our faces. But the world seems so different to me now. It's so different to me. I'm passive aggressive. Oh, I don't do passive aggressive. Pick fights and all of a sudden. I'm more I'm the biggest punk in the world, but my thing is, it depends with me. I got the maze laser. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I stay to myself. I don't wear my hair loose and I always mind my business. And I just stay low key away from everybody. Baseball bat. Yeah, that's smart. I keep those too sometimes, but I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird these days. I wish I could come into some money because I would love to. I really don't want to travel. I just want to buy a home where it's all woods and a car that work and I don't know, just move forward. I feel like I'm frozen in time here. I definitely feel like I'm frozen in time. That's me stay on alone. That's how I am too. But I know with me, I try to stay away from walking down streets with people. Like I went down the street and a bunch of females were trying to look at me, and I paid them no mind. But um, I don't know if I walk with confidence or do I walk with anger. Cause what I heard was you walk like you ready to fight. That's what I heard. I ain't know I walk like I'm ready to fight, but from what I was told, You act like you be ready. You walk like you got a gun. You walk like, I said, okay, it's good to see I'm being analyzed as I mind my business. But I heard obviously these things about me. And people wanna, you know, and that's not what I be trying to do when I go out. I just try to mind my business, and that's it. But I don't know. I don't know. I know one thing. Would you still visit us online? Well, if it's online, sweetie, that's easy to visit you because it's online. All I just got to do is plug the computer in. It's not like I left. I'm just changing locations. Well, if they stupid trying, they were like, yeah, but the thing is, like, I didn't know I'd do that. When you're minding your business, you don't be thinking about stuff like that. You just be trying to go from point A to point B. You ain't paying people no mind. You minding your business. Now, if they could catch all that by not minding their business, then maybe they're the ones who put them things in their head. But everybody says I'm quiet. I don't bother anybody, which I don't. But the problem is with people is that I won't talk to them. Like people have tried to talk to me and I won't speak back because I don't trust you. I don't trust you because a lot of times they want to talk to you to see what's up. And I ain't trying to find out. Look how long this area. I'm not trying to find it. It's a long way. This my this my this my sleepy week. This the week you sleep in because you want it to be real flat. So you sleep in it. I should be one of those girls that come online and I be fully painted to the gods. You can always tell when I got makeup on them. I have been drinking so much. This is so weird. This is so weird. I put my Indian here. It's funny. I bought these Indians because I thought they were so cute, right? But then one day I looked at them. I said, "This almost looked like a voodoo thing, like a voodoo doll, like." And it's not, but it's cute because it's like a doll baby, a doll. But then when you hang them on the wall, they kind of got like this little voodoo thing going on, which is so weird to me. But to me, I saw a doll. What drink beer? What? No, I haven't drink. I'm drinking water. I'm drinking water and stuff. I'm drinking some water. I didn't drink no beer. And this is my grandmother. And that's my brother. And that's my brother. And that's my mother. So, I don't know. I don't know. I just be glad when this nightmare is over with. I do. So with the COVID funeral homes, they give you I think $9,000. $9,000 don't cover the funeral costs. It covers your cremation if you want to be cremated. Well, I guess if you want to be, you're going to be cremated. Um, that's what it covers, cremation. So if you get cremated, that's what it goes for that. Other than that, I can't cheer up you mean. It's gonna take a minute for all that. There's a lot going on. I haven't got out the storm yet. Once I get out the storm, I can work back on me. But right about now, I don't even know who I am. As long as you get help, doesn't matter. Hey, Marks. It does matter for a person who does not want to cremate their mother. You know, sometimes people don't want to cremate their family. It's a lot of things you have to deal with mentally. Everybody don't want to follow the rules. So it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. It's a lot. I just have to get out the storm. I'm still in the storm, y'all. I haven't left. I haven't left the storm yet. I want it to be over with so I could get my mind together and I could actively just try to fight myself back to me because I'm definitely not me right now. I haven't been me um since March the 4th. And and now we're in April and my brain has been I have to double check everything because I do everything crazy, you know. I know, but just think 'cause some don't have that option. Yeah, but I understand that part, but I can't look at somebody else and compare it to myself. You know what I mean? I don't like doing that. I don't like to compare somebody else's story to my story. Like, well, they don't have it, so you should be grateful. No, I don't do that. I like to talk about me. That's like when it comes to sources, I like to go straight to the source. I don't want to go around the people. I want to go straight. So with me, I don't want to say what they could do it so I can that don't make me feel better. I don't feel better by making somebody else's issue sad when I should be grateful when I'm not happy. That's like dismissing my feelings to me. That's like if you're hurting, I'll say to you, well, you should be happy because other people be glad to be you, even though you're hurting. I'm telling you, don't. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying, but I don't do that because to me, it's a difficult situation and stuff, and it's a lot to deal with within itself. And then your brain is like, you're not mentally available, if that makes sense. So you have to watch what you say, be careful, don't say this, don't say this. Your mind is like gone. So you have to watch, and then you also have to watch what you cut on. You have to watch you open the door. You have to watch to see if you put food up. You have to watch to see if the water running. You have to go backtrack because you're doing things. And I walked into my kitchen and found my refrigerator wide open and my food just sitting out. I left the refrigerator door open. And I know nobody in here but me. And it's sitting wide open. And I'm like, walking in, tea kettle still whistling. Who turned the tea kettle on? It had to be me. And I have to go check before I have to go check and see what I done did, not knowing I did. This is like I think it's almost like a depression. I don't know what it is. Like I said, once I come out of this storm, I might can revisit it where we can have a real conversation. Right about now, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, okay, you get it, Marks. So it's the family only contact you at the time to use however. Which she wasn't dead yet, but you know, I don't want to go too much into that because it takes me off balance, and I'm trying to deal with it. I have to um I have to kind of step away from it, if you know what I mean. Because when I sit in it, and it don't help me. I have to revisit it on a later date because it's still very active and still trying to get her in the ground and get her buried. And when I tell you, I feel like I feel like somebody punched me in the face, and I feel like I'm still in shock. Like I've been in shock. This whole thing has been like I'm in a cave and I'm moving slowly and I haven't come out of it. And that's why I have to watch what I'm saying and watch what I'm doing because you want to say anything that's going to hurt someone's feelings. You know what I mean? So you have to be very careful because at the time you may be upset and then you just fire off because you know what I mean. It's a lot. Once I could finally return to my brain, what's little left it will be. You know, I could deal with the issue at hand, but I don't trust me. Yeah, but that's what they were paying. They will pay, but they're not paying. They also the thing about it, you mean, is this world is just unbelievable. Um, they said they got approved. I'm not sure about 350 billion, I think, for apartments as far as helping you pay rent. But check it out. You have to be cast in a lottery drawing. A lottery. Now, what's just going to end up happening? Money has been stolen. Instead of putting people in these houses and paying for the rent, the money is missing. Watch. Watch. I guarantee you somebody's stealing that money. So while they're stealing that money, purchasing them a car, getting them a house and stuff, people being put on the street. If I remember the total, I think 350 billion and people still being put on the street. You have to be picked in a lottery drawing. A lottery? So when is y'all gonna do the lottery drawing? When we don't need the money no more and y'all slowly start sliding it out? This world is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Sad, but I just don't understand how could we do these to human beings, but I don't want to get into that either because I'm gonna get sick. Anyway, I just want to come on for a few seconds and I don't know. It's just a lot going on, and it's so sad to me, and it bothers me. I mean, this world, man, I tell you, it's just not fair. And it's funny, I got my own situation, and it still bothers me that you hurt other people like this. Ah, it's just not fair. But they probably, I don't know, you mean it's a lot going on in this world. They should make your ex who is the beneficiary. She's not the full beneficiary. You mean she's not she's not the full beneficiary at all, of nothing actually at all. She's not the beneficiary of anything. She's the one running stuff, but she's not the one. She's not beneficiary. Now, maybe, 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 maybe there's something I don't know. But what's done in the dark will come to the light. That's for sure. But all I know is Raven got to get money so I could deal with the situation at hand. And I'm tired though. I just would be glad when I wanna I wanna I don't know. I don't know. Well, whoever is it should be. Yeah, that's gonna be me, you me. That's the thing about it. That's why I had to step up. That's why I had to step up. Trust me, they came and got me for a reason, honey. Trust me. They came and got me for a reason. But you know, it's a lot going on, y'all. It is a lot for one person's brain to deal with. It is a lot going on. But the one thing I want to tell y'all, nothing else, is somebody in your life don't make you happy, get rid of them. Because, baby, death is final. And don't be on your deathbed with somebody who ain't care nothing about you. And sending you home. Nobody else is can who her. Are you scared they will not give proper respect? Oh, they're gonna do that, you mean? That's why I'm there. I'm 100% on spot. Trust me. I'm on top of a lot of things. Trust me. But I have to see. You have to muscle through the pain. And excuse me, you may have to move a little slower because of the circumstances and situation. And you have to talk slower so you can be careful what you say and what you don't say. You know what I mean? But it's too active. It's not dead down or died down yet. It's still very active. So it's mentally exhausting. But I gotta give me some gas money. So I can make this long ride. Excuse me. And they's like, well, are you gonna be able to drive back? Because you bury her, put it in the ground. I don't know how I'm even gonna react to this whole thing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let me go. I just want to let y'all, people will come to this video later. Hey y'all, I know y'all came late. I did pop up, so give you an idea what's a little bit going on. Excuse me. But the family finances doing better and still not having. Yeah, but see the thing about it, you me, we're in a pandemic. Everybody's hurting. Like it's not like everybody's shooting from their job. People are home. We have to deal with what's happened. It's a lot. She died from COVID. So even though we're also in a bad spot, everybody's in a bad spot. So even when people that maybe could contribute, they're in a bad spot too, you know what I mean? So it's not like a blame game. Everybody's in a bad spot. So it's not like, it's personal, but it was untimely. But all right, sweeties, love you all. I'm going to lay down. And be safe. Hit the thumbs up. I'm going to lay down. Talk to you later. I'm sleepy.